doing, Doc?
I need fuel.
Give me fuel, take a fly, ship me trace it out of sight.
Now, here are your hosts, John Eddie Jr. and Tom Tuttle.
Welcome back to Fantasy Fuel. We are here shortly after the news that we all thought was going to happen a long time ago, and we were dissuaded, and now here it is again. Cam Newton is officially a New England Patriot. There's a Jets logo in the background.
Yeah.
How are you feeling about this, Tom?
Well, I mean, Cam Newton's not Tom Brady, so that makes me feel a little different about it because, he does have legs and he can run. Tom Brady doesn't really have the legs to run around. He's not as good as a quarterback as Tom Brady, but if you look at what they had for the Patriots, it's definitely an upgrade. So it makes me feel a little weird. And I saw I don't know what it was, a prediction type of saying now that the Patriots are going to go like 9-7, 8-8, and the Bills are going to be 10-6. And they had the Jets at 3-11. I'm just like, what? There's not one single place that I've seen that they have picking the Jets at 3-11, or if not 3-11, 3-13.
Sure.
But I'm just like, why in the world would that? Seriously, 3-13? But whatever. We always outperform everybody's predictions, even though it might not be astronomically outperforming, but we do outperform. Last year we were supposed to be like 4 and something, and we did better than that. So whatever.
Well, I've got a few stats here lined up for Cam Newton for this specific occasion. First thing is the Patriots are now the first team to both add and lose an MVP in the offseason, which that's an odd one.
Sure.
May never see that one again. Now Cam Newton is in the AFC East. He gets to play those teams twice a year, at least for 1 year. Right now, Cam Newton versus the AFC East is 7-1 in his career.
Doesn't mean anything.
He's got a 14-3 touchdown to interception ratio. He's ran for 334 yards in those 8 games and 3 touchdowns. I mean, he's done pretty well against the AFC East. But again, he's not playing.
He was good back then, like
That's
when they
true.
actually played against the AFC East, and I can understand that. Last year and even the year before, what we saw out of him was just kind of garbage, and it wasn't good. So we'll see what happens. I mean, I know Belichick's a good coach, so maybe he can figure out a way to get Cam Newton back onto that MVP type of caliber player that he once was.
Now, Cam Newton, when he has stayed healthy for an entire 16-game season, has never finished below top 5 quarterback in fantasy football. So if he stays healthy.
So we'll see if he stays healthy. Yeah, that's the first key. You got to stay healthy, man.
Got to stay healthy. So now that Cam Newton has officially signed, the quarterback cycle has been completed for this offseason. And by that, I mean Tom Brady goes from the Patriots to the Buccaneers. Okay. Jameis Winston goes from the Buccaneers to the Saints. Teddy Bridgewater goes from the Saints to the Panthers, and Cam Newton goes from the Panthers to the Patriots. Therefore, the circle. Yeah, I should have queued that one up, but I did not have time to get that one going. But I thought that was kind of funny. Those teams just kind of had a little bit of a carousel, and we have no idea if any of those teams are going to use those I mean, we don't even know if Jameis Winston's going to play this year. Teddy Bridgewater is not exactly a elite quarterback, so we don't know how he's going to do in Carolina. And
could be better than Cam, but it could be a lot worse too.
Exactly. And obviously we have no idea how Cam's going to do on the Patriots. I'm not even sure that they've said that he is going to be the starting quarterback yet. I'm sure that's just a formality.
Push comes to shove, yeah, that's going to happen.
All those Jared Stidham truthers out there, can you please quiet down just for a moment before we get? I mean, yeah, it's going to be Cam, and frankly, I'm staying away. We're going to do a mock draft here in a little bit, and I'm going to try and use our rankings that we just got done doing to build a team as well as we can. But I'm not going to be picking Cam Newton unless, like, it's a 3 quarterback league right now.
Yeah, I'm not counting on him having success based off of what we saw, the recent history. I mean, he just looked extremely off. I mean, I'm sure he's got a bone to pick now, and he's got something to really prove. But we'll see. I want to put it past him, but what I've seen out of him in recent history was just seemed like he wasn't even trying.
No. Well, let's stay in the AFC East real quick before we move on to our mock draft, because I read a little something about Josh Allen the other day, and apparently he's looked noticeably bigger and stronger in the upper body in recent videos posted by his quarterback's coach. He also said it's muscle. He's in crazy shape and spinning it great.
Yeah.
Here we go.
Sure. Let's just wait and see until the season starts. Muscles mean nothing in the NFL when you're a quarterback. Well, it means something. If you get hit, you might not go down, but that's about it. You got to be able to throw the ball and throw accurately. You know, with him, he runs the ball really well too. So that's probably a little bit to do with it. But he was already doing that stuff to begin with. So I don't think the muscle really makes that big of a difference to where it's, oh my gosh, got to draft him with the first pick.
Yeah, I'm not going to do that either. But I am going to try and get Josh Allen on quite a few teams this year.
I will be for
he's
sure,
going to be number 3 overall, according to you.
Yeah, exactly.
One more little bit of news, and that is another tidbit on Ezekiel Elliott. Last week, we reported that he came down with coronavirus. Okay. I haven't really heard how he's battling it. Apparently, it's not affecting him too much because he's been streaming Call of Duty. And before he stopped his stream, apparently he was talking to whoever it was he was playing with. He's like, low key, I'm faded right now. I don't know if that means high, drunk, both, whatever, but faded definitely means under the influence of something. Yeah. So I don't know where this is going to go. I haven't heard any, but there's been a lot of arguments about what faded means in this aspect. And Zeke, man, you're just not making very good choices recently. So
better be careful.
He's better be careful. I mean, I wouldn't mind seeing him sit out for a while again, but you know, that's all up to Roger Goodell. Yep. I have no influence there. But he also he was, I guess one of the people he plays with is Tim the Tap Man. And he said on his stream that his doctor said he cannot currently work out because of complications from COVID. But I don't know what that means.
Yeah, bottom line, he's probably going to be fine. I mean, I can't imagine you'd be streaming Call of Duty if it's not going to be something very minor. And, you know, like we said, he's young and he's seemingly healthy, so I'm sure he's fine. But why would you be faded at all when you have a sickness of any kind? It just seems a little irresponsible.
Yeah, who knows? Maybe a little puff, makes the lungs calm down. I don't know. Maybe this is the cure to COVID. I don't know.
The cure to COVID. There it is. We got
Everybody in America is now prescribed some marijuana. There you go. Go out and book it, folks. No, don't do that. It's not legal quite everywhere. I don't want to get in trouble with anybody, but hey, you never know. Maybe we're onto something. But without further ado, let's go ahead and get a mock draft here going. We're going to do a 12-team PPR draft, and we're going to go and try and do by our rankings that we just got done doing. I would like to set up one with some listeners and viewers if you want to participate in a fan mock draft where it might take a little longer, but we'll do it on stream, maybe on an off day, so they can cut it down and do some stuff and make it a shorter podcast. But definitely get in touch with us at Fantasy Fuel on Twitter or fantasyfuelpodcast@gmail.com if you would like to be a part of that. Also, there will be a link to the Discord server. I can even put that in the Twitch chat. I believe my Nightbot settings are working. We'll see. Yeah, there it goes. There's a link in the chat right there for anybody that's in there. Join our Discord server. We'll be talking fantasy football all year long if there's football. Got to throw that in there right now. Things are starting to... Actually, things aren't starting to look one way or the other. It feel like they're bleak one day and they're normal the next. So, all right.
Yeah.
Anyway, let's go ahead and you and I will pop in this one with 405 at the end of it. You see that one?
405. Yes.
All right. I'm just taking a random spot
I'm
here.
I'm going with 4.
Okay. I'll be a few spots after you at.
I don't know why. Just is first thing that came in my head.
I'm doing pick 8. So I don't know why that came in my head, but we will see what kind of a team we can come up with. All right. Well, anyway,
I haven't done a mock draft or any type of draft in a little while, so this is going to be kind of nice for me to get back into it. So I gotta relearn where everybody's sitting because
right.
This is it's definitely going to be a good one for me to learn a little bit about because I know where I want everybody to be, but that's not going to always be the same. So
yeah, I did see,
we'll see.
Again, makes no difference, but I saw a video of Nick Chubb working out and he was doing some pretty crazy stuff. Like, those guys that jump from a sitting position or a squatting position up to, a few feet in the air.
Yeah.
He was doing that with 1 foot. So
that's pretty cool.
Wow,
man. That's pretty awesome.
This guy's got some power behind him. So maybe my Nick Chubb rankings will be accurate this year. I got him at 4. Not sure I would draft him as the 4th overall, but we will find out where he ends up. So it is on its way. First 3 picks are fairly normal. Saquon, Zeke, and Barkley. So number 4
is Michael Thomas.
Yeah.
I'm going wide receiver.
Can't blame you there in a PPR league. So then Dalvin Cook, Julio, Kamara, and it is now on me. And according to my rankings, I should take Nick Chubb here, but I don't know that that's the best actual spot to take him. But I don't think I'll get him on the way back either. So that's an interesting.
You probably won't.
But you know what? We're just going to do that because that's how I have ranked highest out of the rest of these players.
Rankings,
so
man.
we are going to take Nick Chubb 8th overall and see if I am a genius or not.
There goes Mixon.
Yep, that was the guy ranked right after him. Henry after
Derrick
him.
Henry, Kenyon Drake.
I did not have him quite that high. Hopkins, of course. Tyreek.
I've seen Drake going way higher than I would normally want.
Miles Sanders, Josh Jacobs, Chris Godwin.
Yep.
Well, according to my wide receivers, let's see where we've got. Oh, of course, the page didn't load all the way. Do I have
I'll let
time?
people take Chris Godwin right there all the time. I am sorry. That's not me this year.
No.
There's so many people high on Chris Godwin. I'm just not there. There's other guys out there that I'd rather have. Well, I mean, I can look at a bunch of them right now. I'm sitting here thinking, rather have him, him and him and him.
I'll take Devontae
Adams. That's a guy I'd rather have him. Yeah, exactly. All right, I got to take a look, see what I want. Oh, snap. All right. You know what's going to be funny is that I'm taking Mike Evans. So I'm going to take Mike Evans and get rid of that Chris Godwin theory for everybody else. And I have 2 wide receivers now, so I feel confident in both of them to a certain degree. Let's see what I can get with my next pick.
Yeah, going modified 0 RB-ish strategy here, it looks like.
I'm going with a running back here. I just got to figure out which one I want, and I'd be going against all of my predictions if I didn't pick David Johnson here. So I'm going with David Johnson.
There you go. 3rd round, David Johnson. Shouldn't be horrible, but we will find out.
Yeah. He's going to get his opportunities at least for that. I mean, right now I don't mind my lineup. I got 2 good wide receivers. At least I'm confident in. David Johnson, I am confident in myself. I know a lot of people aren't, but It's up to you.
Well. This is an interesting spot. So I'm not exactly happy in the third round with a lot of the guys I've got here. I don't have a lot of time left, and my rankings page still. Oh, there we go. Oh no, it's only loading my. Why is the website not loading? Okay, I got to just.
Oh,
take
that's
somebody.
not good. You're down to 5 seconds. You're done. You're auto picked. You got OBJ, so at least you got something that you kind of like.
Yeah, I was thinking about him anyway. Of course. Why?
Okay.
Why is this being this way? Did I screw up editing this page the other day? There's no way.
Oh boy, what am I gonna want with my next?
Oh,
pick?
you don't get to decide because it's still on me. So I got
yes,
OBJ.
but I'm looking around.
Well, I do not like James Conner. He's at the top of this list right now. I do not like him. And I'd like to take a running back. So it's going to have to be that player in the fourth round.
Now I'm going to have to rethink my next pick then.
So
Which
what
is on
what
right
that
now.
means is I took Devin Singletary from Tom.
All right. I'm going to go a little crazy here. Something I don't normally do. Actually, let me look here. All right. Yeah, I'm going to go a little crazy. If I can get it off in time. I'm going with a tight end early with Mark Andrews.
Fourth round's like not bad when you're getting the third or fourth best tight end.
Third or fourth best, yeah. The reason for doing that is because I had a feeling I was still going to get what I needed. So,
and what do
I didn't
you
see
need?
Zach. I didn't see Zach Ertz
he
was
was
still sitting there either. I guess I'm an idiot. I just figured he was already taken. I'm going to go with a guy I think is going to get. I know a lot of people don't. If I can get there in time before I get. Oh, I got plenty of time. A lot of people don't think he's going to do it that great this year, but I'm going with Kareem Hunt. And I think he's going to have a lot of opportunities, a lot of catches. And obviously they got a lot of other talent on that team, but we're going to see. I mean, it's a wild card type of pick, especially since he's my second running back picked on the board here. So I'm going to have to get some good values later on.
I don't think there's much of a choice for me at this point since you left him there for me and it's in the fifth round.
It's unbelievable.
I'll take Zach Ertz.
I didn't even see that he wasn't taken. Well, where else is Carson Wentz going to go this year?
Well,
if I would have seen that, I would have taken him. That was just my fault.
He will still be a target monster, but I'm hoping some of those wide receivers will still
Well,
step
obviously
up.
you're going to want that as an Eagles fan. Yes, of course. But
all right,
sitting
back
in the
to
fifth
me.
round, that's good value.
Oh, there's not much for running backs that I trust yet anymore. I mean, I could take a shot with Cam Akers here, but I really don't think so. Where are we going? Good Lord. I don't like any of these options, so that means we're going to go down and probably get auto-picked again. This is terrible.
Yeah, you got like 7 seconds left.
Well, we'll do that. It's probably not quite where I would go, but in the sixth round, I'll take a chance.
Yeah, there goes Cam Akers. That was going to be my pick. Now I got to figure out what I want. Oh, and there's just a bunch of not proven people here.
Yes, the sixth round in this particular draft is just not looking good. I mean, if I wouldn't have taken Zach Ertz, there would have been a couple of tight ends there that I would have thought about.
This is where I actually very much regret going 2 wide receivers right away. Like, this did not work out the way I wanted it. I don't have the running backs that I wanted to get. A lot of times it doesn't work out. Like, I got David Johnson, was fine, but then on the way back around, I didn't get what I wanted. So, yeah, that kind of stinks. So I went with Landry.
Okay.
Now I got to figure out somebody else I want.
Well, you got your boy J.K.
backs.
Dobbins.
Yeah. I mean, if he's going to come out and be big, Dang, man, I don't know. I'll go with Dobbins just because if I'm sitting here thinking this isn't a redraft, which I'm sure that's what we're thinking about right now is redraft. But if it's not a redraft, I'd take Dobbins for sure. But man, I don't like this draft for me. It started out great and it ended in not a good spot.
And here's where I'm wishing I wouldn't have taken Zach Ertz in the 5th round, because there's a bunch of tight ends that I would be willing to take here. Wow. And I am not, already taken 3 wide receivers. This is bad. Running backs. I don't like any of them. This is terrible.
There's got to be a dime in the rough somewhere that I'm not seeing here. Hold on. I got to scroll down this list.
This is terrible. How much time do I got? Oh, my goodness.
You're going to time out again.
I don't like it.
There is really nothing left. It's not good.
I'm just taking another wide receiver just because Tyler Boyd in the 7th is okay. Yeah, this is bad. This is a terrible mock draft. Okay. Well, I can get all the rankings on my phone. I just can't get it on the computer for some reason. So what I was looking for initially was what I thought was correct. Oh, it's on me. Great. This
is like the worst mock draft I've had in a while.
I don't like this at all. You know what? Screw it. I don't even care. I'm going for the hookup. In the 8th round, I'm taking Aaron Rodgers.
It's not a bad quarterback right there. I mean, I should probably look at quarterbacks.
That was the last of the quarterbacks that I actually truly liked, except for Wentz is still there.
Carson Wentz is sitting there, but
again, as I was saying, my initial reason for wanting to check my rankings was I got my number 2 ranked wide receiver as the 5th pick in the 2nd round, Devontae Adams, and he was the 5th. The 6th wide receiver taken. So for me to get my number 2 guy there, that's awesome.
Right. And obviously Chris Godwin going before Adams to me is just asinine. I'm sorry. That's just not right.
Oh, and it's back to you already. Oh, you took my Tevin Coleman. I was hoping he would come one more round away. Because
see, this is where now I'm starting to feel a little bit more confident in my picks here because I'm getting guys that I somewhat trust that can give me something. They're wild cards. Tevin Coleman's wild cards. Philip Lindsay is a wild card.
You're going to get strangled. That was my next pick was Philip Lindsay.
Yes. I'm at least feel a little bit better about these later rounds. I'm going to have to start looking at quarterbacks a little bit. I only have 3 wide receivers, so I want to look there too as well. Oh, I see somebody I like as well. There's a couple guys here and wide receivers that I like.
Oh, there's plenty of wide receivers, but my goodness, what do I even? I guess we're just gonna go there, just because.
Zach Moss. It's not. There's a chance. I'll just put it that way. There's a chance.
I have Devin Singletary, so
yep.
If they turn out to both be fantasy relevant, then I'm great. If one of them turns out to be the guy, then I'm good. And now, what do I do?
It's on you.
Yeah. I'm probably, what is this, the 10th round? You know what? I'm just going to do it. My boy, Nyheim Hines. Now, it might be a smidge early, but there is nothing out there that I need. I don't need wide receivers. I don't need a tight end. I just need running backs, and I am not taking Darrell Henderson, Tony Pollard, Justin Jackson, Antonio Gibson, Chase Edmonds, Boston Scott. I'm not taking any of those before Nyheim Hines.
Okay. I hear you. I went with Jamison Crowder because I am obviously higher on him than most people, and I think he's going to have a good year. And I think it's a pretty good steal to have somebody who he's going to get a ton of targets in the 10th round, and I love that.
Oh, yeah. I had a stat pulled up of Jamison Crowder, but, of course, I can't get to it right now because of the stinking computer. I'll try, but I'm not going to make any promises, but it was something I'm going to bring up for the Back Row Jets show if we get a chance there.
Dang, the quarterbacks right now I'm just going to pass on. I don't like any of them, and I know I can get somebody else later on. I'm going to time out. I don't think I got
Not enough time. And who do we get? It's going to give you a quarterback, probably.
Did I get it off in time? No, I didn't.
You did
Ben
not.
Roethlisberger.
Oh, possible comeback
Hooray.
player of the year. Hey. All right, what do we got left here?
Something.
I don't like any of this. Should I just take Justin Tucker and be done with it? No. Ugh. This is horrible. I'm shooting just ugh. What do I got
Their running backs is really thin.
I'm taking another
Their
shot
wide
in the dark
receivers. Wide receivers, there's guys I still don't mind.
Yeah, there's tons of wide receivers.
I wish I didn't take a quarterback. That's frustrating. I did not want Ben Roethlisberger. That's insane.
Yes. Where do we go from here? Oh, well, he's still available. You know what? I guess we're gonna do John Brown.
That's not a bad pick.
Not for the 12th round.
Not a bad pick, yeah.
I need to send a message quick.
And I've got my reasons of why I'm going to pick this next player. I've discussed this plenty of times already, but I think Sterling Shepard's going to have a good year. If you just look at what he did last year, and this is the 10th round, so we're talking about some kind of chance value here with Sterling Shepard.
Right,
but
of course,
he's definitely worth the shot there. And man, there's still wide receivers sitting around. I don't like any of these running backs at all. They're just bad.
Yes, this is why I normally go running back heavy early, and it did not pan out in this particular mock draft.
You know what I'm going to do? Because of Cam Newton, I'm giving a chance with N'Keal Harry. Just to see what happens there. I know you don't like him. I know you don't like him, but I'm just giving a chance. I mean, there's not a whole ton of other guys that I mean, Perryman's still there. I would like to take a chance there. Robbie Anderson, I think, has a good chance to do something with Teddy Bridgewater. But there's a lot of other guys that are just question marks. Alshon Jeffrey, that's a huge question mark. I mean, Larry Fitzgerald has a good chance to get back to his normal self as anyone else. There's just a lot of other guys there that I wouldn't be 100% confident with.
Yep. I mean, it's all shots in the dark at this particular point. Yeah. I wanted to take Dallas Goedert there, but I'm like, do I take Ertz and Goddard? Should I?
You have at least one of them. Your bye week would suck, but
yes, it would. Well, I took Gesicki in the last round instead of Goddard just because. And let's see what else is left at the running back position. Well, I could.
How many rounds is this?
I think it's 15 or 16.
Okay.
So we're almost at the end, and of course, I'm not drafting a defense or a.
I'm not doing no defense or kicker. That's stupid. Not in a mock draft.
Another shot in the dark. Oh, my goodness.
Yeah, the A.J. Dillon. Yeah, that's a shot in the dark for sure. You never know, though.
No, never know. Aaron Jones, who I hope stays healthy because I have plenty of shares of him. But you never know. A.J. Dillon could be that. Where's what? Where's Waldo?
Did somebody already take Darnold? I don't see him on here. Somebody must have taken him. I was waiting.
I don't see him. He's not been taken. There's no way.
He's not on my list.
How can he be not on your list?
He's not on my list. I'm going to time out because I'm looking for him.
That is funny. I swear
somebody
I did
has
not
taken
see
him because I'm scrolling down to nobody's here.
It's red. I see Tannehill, Mayfield, Burrow, Locke, Jones, Roethlisberger, Stafford, Wentz. He's not taken up there. He has not been taken.
Is he on the list? I've got a defense. Is he on your list when you click on quarterbacks?
I am not seeing him.
What the heck? Sam Darnold has to be on this list. Come on.
Oh, there he is.
Where?
In between Josh Rosen and Mason Rudolph. Past Jason Vanderlaan, Nick Mullins, Ryan Griffin, Cooper Rush. He is so far down the list. That is I mean, if you
That
knew that to
is
start with,
insane.
that would be hilarious.
That is insane.
Yeah. Wow.
Oh my goodness. Why? Why there's no way he should be down that far down on the list.
No.
That's a mistake on Fantasy Football Calculator. They have to update that.
It's gotta be.
He's not gonna be that bad. You can say he's gonna be bad. He's not gonna be that bad.
No.
But anyway, I ended up getting a kicker
It
in
was
the
the
defense.
15. Yeah. Okay. Well, let's run through our teams really quick. I don't know that either one of us are particularly happy with this mock draft.
Not really.
So
no.
pick 8, I'm not very fond of right now. I took somebody early, but got in Nick Chubb, and I got my number 2 wide receiver overall in the second round. And then I got Odell in the third round, which I forgot to check and see exactly where he was on my list. Where are my wide receivers? Okay, I've got him 13th overall, so he was probably I was going to try and take DJ Moore there, and I timed out and got Odell Beckham.
Okay.
Trying to analyze a pick and make it all at the same time. We need a little more than the 45 seconds or whatever it is that we're getting. Anyway, so after that, I went Devin Singletary because he was the only guy left that I thought had any kind of potential at all. Then I was gifted Zach Ertz as the
Unbelievable.
5th overall tight end. Then Devontae Parker and Tyler Boyd just to round out my wide receivers. Then I said screw it and took Aaron Rodgers in the 8th round to pair up with Devontae Adams.
Yep.
Who knows? Maybe that'll be a game winner this year. Then I just started rambling off running backs just because Zach Moss, Nyheim Hines, and Chase Edmonds just hoping
Wild
to hit
cards,
one of those darts. Then what should be a safe bet in John Brown, a backup tight end in Mike Gesicki, another dart throw in A.J. Dillon, and then I rounded it out with another quarterback just because that was all that was there. And you were talking about Sam Darnold, and I couldn't find him before I took Kirk Cousins as my backup quarterback, who should be fine as a number 2 guy in case Aaron Rodgers gets hurt. But let's move along to your team.
For my team, I got Michael Thomas and Mike Evans, which are 2 guys that I trust in very much to be my number 1 and number 2 wide receivers. And then I got David Johnson, which I know a lot of people don't trust in, but I do. And like I said, if I'm going to speak the way I've been speaking about him, I have to take him in the 3rd round. I got Mark Andrews. I really like the pick, although I didn't realize Zach Ertz was sitting there, and I would have taken him if I would have known that. And then Kareem Hunt, again, it's another wild card type of guy. And then Jarvis Landry. I really like Jarvis Landry in the 6th round. I think that's a good pick. J.K. Dobbins, a wild card. Tevin Coleman's a wild card. Phillip Lindsay, a wild card. I like all 3 of them. One of them is going to be something.
You would think so.
It gives me something from a running back situation. Jamison Crowder, it's a little bit homery, but it's also a good value. I did not want Ben Roethlisberger there. I much rather went any other quarterback really with that pick. Sterling Shepard, I'm fine with. Again, a lot of people, I know you can't stand him, but I think he's going to be good. If you just look at the stats from last year, he had 15 points average per game that he played because he was hurt.
Right.
Which is another big thing. We've talked about that before. And N'Keal Harry, complete wild card. We'll see what happens with him and Cam Newton. And then I got timed out on the next 2 picks because I was looking for Sam Darnold, which was grossly down the list, which is insane.
Yes.
That is such a mistake by the website. There's no way he should be that far down this list.
So now when we do another mock draft, you can wait until the very last pick for Sam Darnold because nobody's going to take him because he's under Josh Rosen.
That's insane. Absolutely insane.
It is hilarious. All right, that is going to do it for us. It was just a little fun episode. Got our Cam Newton information and a mock draft, mostly according to our rankings from the last month. But we're going to put together another mock draft for any of the listeners and viewers out there from Twitch and podcast land. And we can have a real mock draft with a bunch of real folks that we know and can maybe get a little information out of if we end up being in some leagues together. That being said, again, thanks for listening. Thanks for viewing on Twitch. We appreciate it. And don't forget to stay fueled up this offseason.